feeling stuck and stiff about your spine and you can't move it at all? Well, let me show you some exercises to help lengthen and improve the mobility and flexibility of your spine. Hi, my name is Dr. Vinod, and I want to show you some exercises today for the spine in relation to lengthening the spine. What ends up happening with pain and dysfunction in your spine is that you end up getting a lot of interesting symptoms that relate to stiffness. People think of stiffness and stuckness or fixated spines as something that they can't move through, like they just can't bend and reach. And although the spine plays a very important part in the movement, it's actually very important to understand that the spine itself is the center of the body and it lengthens from top to bottom. So it allows you to extend forward and extend backwards and side to side and rotate. So if you're unable to have that going for your body, what ends up happening is you become stiff. So if everything goes outward, you start to come inward with the spine and it becomes locked in. And the locking of the spine occurs when you don't do things to counteract that. So what happens when you have pain? The first thing you do is you start to go a little tighter in everything you do. You sit more, you're less reluctant to bend, you don't take longer strides when you take your step, you don't work out, you don't stretch, and that limits the ability for your spine to be longer and healthier and happier and more mobile. Here's why it's so important, because stretching reduces muscle guarding. When you have muscles that are tight and guarding, you just can't move freely. When you can't move freely, you can't move properly. And what we're looking to do in the best approximation is to move the body as close to its native and natural ability as possible. And if you have muscle guarding, you're not gonna move in a natural way. And what that leads to is worse outcomes, limited mobility, and pain. Key thing here to remember is that it can be prevented and something can be done with it with simple activities and stretches. All right, so the good thing about this one exercise, all you need is a wall. You need a wall that's clean, hopefully, but no, I'm kidding. All you need is a wall. And the basics of this exercise involve having a spine in proper alignment, which is making sure that you have your feet and your back flush against the wall. And simply, if you can, get your arms out here. Now, if you can't get your arms all the way out, you can start here and go upward, but the exercise really involves having your arms by your side and raising, keeping your head right against the wall and going upward. Ideally, if you can have your back or your buttocks and your arms all flat against the wall, you'll end up getting a great stretch in your lower back, in your mid back, and your latissimus dorsi muscles, which are the muscles on the side of your body, all the way through, up and down. Remember, you're doing here is you're trying to lengthen your muscles of your spine and your spine in what we call a dynamic fashion. When you stretch, you can stretch in two ways. One is in a hold or static way, another one's in a dynamic way. And the dynamic way involves allowing the body to stretch through motion and getting lengthening of the muscle. Now remember, with this exercise, the key thing here is to make sure you breathe. Same goes always, breathing through your nose, out through your mouth, or breathing through your nose and out through your nose, and just taking your time to do the exercise. You wanna do a few exercises in the beginning. You don't wanna do too many if you just first start doing this. And if you can't do the full exercise, you can start off here and just keep your body here and just start to raise your arms up like this. And even if you need to just lay your arms back against the wall or here and just stretch, that's good enough. I mean, if you wanna start down here and hold it here, start down here and hold it here. Don't let your neck come too far forward, or don't let your head go like this either. Just keep your back of your head flat against the wall and breathe. If you have to start down here, it's totally fine. Even down here, you can start breathing. So ultimately you raise your arms upward as you go up through the exercise. Let's look at another exercise that can be done on the table that's either a variation or a complement to the exercise you just did against the wall. So this exercise you can do with or without a pillow. I'm just gonna use a pillow here to demonstrate. And we're gonna have you lay on your stomach. So here you are in this position. I mean, if you wanna put a pillow for your head, it's fine. Or you can have your pillow above your at your chest level. And you wanna just do the same thing. You wanna start to raise your arms up and allow the arms to come as far as you comfortably can in this manner. Again, if you feel like this is as far as you can come, no problem. You can hold on to the table and rest and start from here and raise your arms up. But the full exercise would be essentially
coming from all the way from the bottom down here and going all the way up. And stretching. Again, it's imperative that you breathe, so when you go up, you're exhaling. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Some variations, you can keep your head up if you want to do it, and do it in this manner if you're a little more advanced. Here in this, if you have your head up, your spine will have to work more, so you feel the muscles contract as it's being stretched as you bring your arm up. That's one variation. If you put your head down and you feel like you can just raise your arms up to here, you will get a stretch. You may not feel it, but you will be stretching the muscles as the muscles are being pulled from top to bottom, right? Because your arms are moving upward and the muscles are pulling everything upward and stretching, elongating.
To sum it up, the idea with lengthening the spine could be done in a static position, which is just stretching, or what we just did in a dynamic position. The good thing about incorporating dynamic stretching and elongation of muscle is you're getting the muscle to contract and stretch at the same time. And it's a little more advanced, but actually is more functional. You want to get the muscle to be able to move and be longer together, because ultimately that's going to provide better function. And also that's going to help you realize your maximal potential of what your muscles can do. These exercises are really, really awesome. And again, they have variations that can start very simple all the way up to the maximal level of its performance. I'm Dr. Vinod. If you enjoy this clip, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification buttons for future content. See you next time.